right. All right. Today, guys, I posted up on the gram that I wanted to see somebody throwing down some cars. And I had Hanson welcome and hit me up on the gram, send me a message that come over and come check out my, I got some cool stuff going on. What do you have here, Hanson? What is this?
So it's a 1970 240Z. It's got a SR swap with a rear-wheel drive conversion VE head. GT2871R turbo. I built the manifold, got a V-mount, intercooler, and radiator setup that I built myself.
Cool. Why'd you pick the Z? What's the whole connection?
I just liked how they look. They got that. It's just got that sports car look.
Yeah, it's the Jaguar killer.
Mm-hmm. The poor man's Porsche, I guess.
That's right. I actually drove my RWB to come visit him tonight.
Yep.
Why'd you want to go turbo? Why not just stick with the basic SR?
Turbo sounds. I think turbos are cool because they're like reusing the energy out of the engine, making it more powerful.
It's being green, right?
Yeah.
Recycle. Turbo your car now.
Yeah. They're cool. They make cool sounds.
How long you been working on the car?
I've had the car for 10 years and worked on it off and on. Had to go to college, got married, did all that stuff. So the car's kind of a backseat. So about 2 years ago, I started working on it again. And I've made a lot of progress since then. Had to redo a lot of my old work. And, as I learned more things, I got better at welding and designing stuff. So this dash I made out of aluminum. I rolled it on a sheet metal roller. So it's a couple pieces.
Super hot rod style. Yeah, no, I've seen your pictures on the gram, but all this work, you've been doing it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So all the plumbing.
Mm-hmm. All the plumbing. I'll end up doing the wiring too when it gets to that point.
All in his garage, all in the man's garage. We were having a conversation earlier about that. I'm 41 and he's 35. But when we were kids, we're in a garage in suburbia, in the Bay Area. But when I was a kid, you would see everybody's garage door open and everybody was working on cars, working on hot rods, hobbies, doing stuff with their kids, teaching their kids how to do stuff, build stuff. You just don't see this kind of stuff anymore. It's sad. So I'm really hyped up to see somebody taking the time and dedication to work on their car and do something they want to do. It's fucking cool. Let's close the hood. I want to show up that V-mount.
So I'll end up building a hood extractor. This is like kind of sketching out what the vents might look like in here.
Uh-huh.
So most likely it's just going to be like two vents split down to the middle. So this right here, where did I got that? Like right behind you. I made like a mold of the underside of the hood right there, so that I can shape the top of the vent.
Yeah, check that out. Oh, sick. Look at that.
And then I got all this tooling foam or whatever you call it, but I'll just end up stacking that on top of the intercooler right here and shaping it with Bondo and everything.
And I also remember you're making your own custom intake.
Yeah, so this is going to be using a panel filter, just like this guy right here. So it'll be like a two-piece like clamshell intake, and this is the back part. So this is all that foam and a little bit of MDF. Just carved it with like a rasp. Nothing too complicated.
And then he told me it's going to snorkel down.
Yeah, right in front under the the hood right here, do like a big rectangular shape, and emboss like a Datsun in there or something else. If I think of something else to put.
Yeah, look at that. But we've been having a conversation that I think he should leave it sanded down metal and just shoot some clear on it and drive it around with some classic over fender flares of probably like in a matte black. Let's just chill and look at it. It just looks so cool. That would look badass. I think it would look so cool. But it's up for debate. It's not my car. I was just giving friendly advice. But what he really wants to paint it.
I just really love Safari Gold.
Safari Gold, see?
Yeah.
It's from the wild. It's to tame. But is this something else you want to talk about?
Yeah, sure. So I've been working on this a little bit. This is my first prototype. It's a Watanabe style turbofan.
Yeah, we want to say style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the lawyers away.
This is the first one I made. My printer wasn't big enough, so I just kind of made it in sections.
Sweet.
But I've got a bigger printer now, and I'll be printing out like a big full size one soon, and hopefully taking a mold off that, doing some carbon fiber.
How does I know something unique about you is not the fact that you are working on your car. I mean, there's lots of guys and all over the world working on their cars, doing their own work, but I see you doing a lot of designing and fabrication of not necessarily metalwork, but stuff that takes some brains. Like doing that. How did you learn?
So I went to college for industrial design, so I learned a lot of the skills there about designing stuff, and a lot of it I just learned on my own, just trying it in the garage.
Trial and error on YouTube or?
Yeah, YouTube University. That's important.
No fee university.
Yeah.
Just gotta pay for your internet.
Just trying shit out, you know. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't swear.
That's
family
friendly. Family friendly.
Demonetized.
But the thing is, I have seen that. No, I applaud you, young guys. I really do. That who are 3D printing, that are designing using CAD and using their college experience for their car hobby. You know.
Yeah, I learned a lot more design stuff just when I wanted to build something for my car. Well,
it's like in school. I was a horrible student. It did not interest me, but out of school, I'm very successful.
Yeah.
I can relate.
So, I don't know. So many things I learned how to do because I wanted to build something for my car.
Like, name one thing that you learned that...
Well, first of all, welding. I got these welders because I was taking welding classes because I wanted to work on my car. So I learned how to TIG weld. I learned how to MIG weld.
Well, that's a serious setup. Oh, really? So you learned?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. He's not screwing around.
And I built this too. This is a water cooler, so I can use a water cooled TIG torch. So this is a carbonator pump from like a soda machine. On the back there, and then I just bought like a carbonator pump on eBay, took it apart. I got this like fan and heatsink or little radiator on Craigslist for like $50. And built my own TIG water cooler.
So you learned how to weld on your own. That's I applaud that. Mm-hmm. And I've seen your welds. They look good.
Yeah, thanks.
No, I've seen your welds. So you, like, for example, he obviously has done all this plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks good.
And the intercooler, and I have a few pictures on my gram of the turbo header build, which is just like a Ram turbo header.
Yeah, and what's your Instagram, Hanson?
Hanson Linux.
Hanson
That's my
Linux.
name.
I'll put it in the YouTube video, guys.
And so that's like an extra $800 I wasn't planning on spending.
Now the
so they're gonna give me a discount.
You know,
on some parts.
I'm filming, but I thought it was really cool how you were telling me that this is just a mule. This motor.
This block is a block that I can't use because I bought it on eBay, and people aren't always honest. So the head stud was stripped out and replaced with the helicoil, and when I took it to the machinist, they said it's not really going to hold.
And this is the new motor coming is going to be your third motor, right?
So 1, and then 2, 3. It's my fourth motor, actually. It's my fourth block.
On a car that's never ran.
Yeah, I'm on my fourth block.
In the past 10 years.
Yeah. So the first one I bought, that was that.
The feels.
The second one I got, it was decent, but I got it built up by LA Machine, I think.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Anyways, and then I was living at someone's house when I was in LA, and I had my block there because I was planning on working on it, this is a long time ago when I was in school, and so they lost their house, so they had to move, and so we had to move all our stuff, and they still had all of their stuff there, so I thought I was cool, but they had a big garage sale, and a lot of my stuff was in it because I should have had it out of there by then.
And something special was in it.
Yeah, so my built sleeved block with Sains rods and JE pistons in it got sold or given away to a metal recycler.
It was recycled for cans.
Yeah.
I wonder how heavy it was compared to maybe 300 cans.
Yeah, so someone probably got like $50 for my $3,000 block. But keep a close eye on your shit is the lesson there.
But you know what, the thing that I haven't said to you yet, but what actually really catches my mind, or what's really cool is that even though you've gone through all these motors, it didn't stop you from doing all this plumbing work. Mm-hmm. That he's using this, it's just a damaged block, it's a blown block. But what he's doing is what a lot of professional hot rod builders do. I mean, they'll even have a block milled out of wood.
Yeah, or they have a plastic blocks.
They'll have plastic.
Like LS, you can get those.
They'll have plastic blocks. Mm-hmm. They'll have dummy blocks, and they'll build these, these Pro Street, Pro Mod, NASCAR, Indy cars. I mean, that's really high level stuff to have just a demo and build a motor, because I feel that for, like yourself, Hanson, someone building a car on their own money, most builders want the real thing in their hand. I don't want to start building the motor until my motor's been shipped from Summit or it's built, and then I'm going to start building the car. Mm-hmm. It takes someone mature and open-minded to build with a dummy block, because this is not your final motor. No. And I think it's so cool that you're able to use this block and not hold you up on your build and do all this plumbing, and now his built motor is on his way. And I thought that was really cool that someone building just like everybody else, he's in his garage and he's doing something that I see pro builders do. And I thought that was really cool. I think that's dope. That's dope. Cool.
So I think that looks pretty sweet.
Where's the shifter? The
Oh. Boom. Oh shit.
And where's it gonna go?
It'll probably be like right here, something like that.
Sick.
That's gonna be tight.
Sick.
Did you get that cord in there?
That's cool. Yeah, that's great. You learn how to weld, 3D printing, all kinds. So when's this thing gonna be done? When are we gonna be driving to Cars and Coffee?
I'm hoping it's done before the end of this year. I said that last year too, but cars are expensive, so. Yeah, but I got a block coming, and then I've got some other stuff on the way, like the electronic sensors and all that stuff. So, I'm hoping running, maybe firing up within a couple months, but then actually running. I'm hoping it's like in a good spot for the end of the year.
Well, good.
So-
Well, I hope to return to see your progress, and I do appreciate you giving me the invite. Now, guys, I didn't share everything on his car. Please look at his Instagram. He's got tons of pictures about his build. This is something new that I may be doing. So if you got a cool build like Hanson, and you want to talk shop and talk building cars, and share stories, share advice, what I think is what really car culture is all about, shoot me a DM, because that's how I ended up here tonight, checking out his work. And yeah, it's inspiring to see someone working on something they love. All right, Hanson.
Yeah, thanks.
Peace. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I just want to film someone in the shot. Go ahead, plug in the light.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're ready to work.
Yeah, you gotta have your light on, right?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. That's perfect.
It's a warning, I'm in the garage. Don't bother me.